Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today is a victorious day in the entertainment industry. As we all know, Bill Cosby has been released, man. Yes. After all the speculation, after all the being dragged through the mud, the jokes and all that, guess what? 3 years later, he has been released and he is out, man. Now, I'm gonna get into this article and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion and come to a conclusion at the end of it all. And while I read the article, I'm gonna give a little feedback as well. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments below, man, because this was definitely an unfortunate situation. Even though in the beginning it was a lot of inconsistencies, we all, well, I ain't gonna say we, because I definitely, you know, I like digging deep. I don't just go for whatever these blogs tell us, but you know, a lot of people, they just found him guilty before he was even prosecuted, which is crazy. So let's get straight into this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content, and join the anonymous gang. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers, man. We almost had 10,000 subscribers strong in the anonymous gang. We came a long way, and if you've been riding with us through this past year, man, I just want to say thank you, and make sure y'all subscribe, man. All right, so let's get straight into it. Now it says here, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the indecent assault conviction of Bill Cosby on Wednesday and ordered his release from prison after finding that he was denied protection against self-incrimination. Now it says the court said that a prosecutor's decision not to charge Cosby, which is 83 years old, opened the door for him to speak freely in the lawsuit against him, and that testimony was key in his conviction years later by another prosecutor. It says Cosby was convicted on 3 felony counts of aggravated indecent assault in 2018, of drugging and assaulting a woman in 2004. Now listen, y'all pay close attention to that. They really convicted this man of whatever crime that they claim he committed in 2004 allegedly, all the way in 2018. Now, if you know anything about the law, you know there's supposed to be statutes of limitation, to where if a crime, well, unless it's murder, but if a crime you wasn't caught or anything for this crime, even if you was charged or something like that, 7 years. All you have is 7 years. If you are not charged within them 7 years of whatever crime that you was allegedly accused of committing, you're supposed to go off scot-free. So 2004 to 2018, I don't know how they pulled that off, but it is what it is, man. That's a whole, what, 14 years? Anyway, it says this. Assault in 2018 of drugging and assaulting a woman in 2004, and was serving a 3 to 10 year sentence. He has served nearly 3 years of the sentence. The state Supreme Court said Cosby could not be retried on the same charges. So 9 times out of 10, yes, he's going to walk scot-free. They can't recharge him, nothing like that, because it would be against the law. All right. Now it says this: when an unconditional charging decision is made publicly and with the intent to induce action and reliance by the defendant, and when the defendant does so to his detriment, and on some instances upon the advice of counsel, denying the defendant the benefit of that decision is an affront to fundamental fairness, according to the High Court opinion authored by Justice David Wetch. He said this: for these reasons, Cosby's convictions and judgment of sentence are vacated and he is discharged. All right, now, so pretty much they can't find him guilty on the same charges, like he said. And not to mention, they're saying that, you know, being that these guys came publicly and admitted where they was wrong, he can't be retried. All right, so it says this: the prosecution of Cosby was one of the first major milestones of the Me Too movement, as women came forward with their tales of unwanted sexual advances and harassment in the workplace. And you hear that? That's a key point right there. I honestly think that Bill Cosby's whole court case and everything came at a very bad time. It was the whole Me Too movement going on. It was the LGBT, that whole thing going on. So 9 times out of 10, it was a lot of pressure. It seemed like they almost had to convict Cosby on these charges just to satisfy women. Just because, if you remember, that was at a time women were going crazy. That whole Me Too movement was very strong. And just fast forward, if you think about it now, we don't even see nothing about a Me Too movement. And this is why I always tell people, these agendas, all these so-called riots, these protests, it be a lot of frivolous things going on behind the scenes. We don't know how these movements are started. We don't know what their agenda is. All we know is what we are told through these social media blog sites, in which we have seen them to be very faulty in the prior history. So I think that the Me Too movement had a very, very, very big sway on Cosby's case. And like I said, it's almost like they had to convict him, because if not, it would have made it seem like women don't have equal rights, or this could be done and he gets away with being a predator almost. You see what I'm saying? So let's think about it here, right? Let's put in things into retrospect. 35 women came forward and no one seen anything funny about that. So let's begin like that. Because Janice Dickinson, who was that famous old school model, she openly admitted in her book that she lied on Bill Cosby, right? So my thing is this: why wasn't that enough grounds to challenge every other woman in their story that was against Bill Cosby at that time? If we got one liar 9 times out of 10, who's to say the other ones ain't lying as well for whatever agenda there is? Why wasn't that enough grounds to release him then instead of waiting 2 to 3 years after? Let's keep in mind that there was no proof at all in this case. It was just a bunch of women with he say, she say that got this man convicted. It was no DNA, no video, no pictures, no nothing. And guess what? Instead of questioning everything or anything, our own con sat there and made fun of this man, made him into memes, and just did nothing to protect somebody that is of our own culture, especially a guy such as Bill Cosby, who did a lot for us. He broke a lot of barriers when it came to sitcoms and television for us blacks. And you know what's crazy? Even when it came out that he was having a hard time in prison and allegedly inmates was bothering him, a lot of us laughed on social media at this man. He's about 80-something years old. This is crazy. He's one of our icons, and this is how we was treating him, making memes, making jokes, allowing other races to come in and make jokes about it's crazy. We live in a society whereas as long as Baller Alert, Shade Room, they post a story, we make it seem like it's law, and no one does their own due diligence or research or try to seek any type of truth. We went from believing anything these blog posts, right? And it's sad because these blogs don't have any laws or anything stating that their information have to be backed by any facts. So they could purposely lie and mislead their 20+ million followers into believing anything that isn't even true, and they will get away with it. Right now, right? If the Shade Room posted a picture of Denzel Washington with RIP on it, with no questions asked, everyone will start tweeting RIP to Denzel Washington. Do you know how scary that is? How dangerous that is? How one individual, one platform can have all that power. Kanye said it himself, no one man should have all that power, and now I see exactly what he meant. They did it to Michael Jackson as well. They lied and made us believe that Michael Jackson was under all these drugs and that was the cause of his passing. And then after his death, it comes out that his own physician who drugged him by giving him the wrong medicine, which led to his death, was pretty much the cause of his death. Then they tried to mask it with a whole bunch of sexual child abuse allegations. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta see through it. We gotta start doing our own due diligence and stop letting them ridicule our own icons. Almost everybody that has done something great for the black community, or we look up to them as legends or icon, they got some type of faulty past to them. Why is that? Everyone, whether it's jail, whether it's murder, death, drugs, some type of bad faulty past. And you know what kills me? The same ones that dragged this man's name through the mud, made jokes, and disregarded all them inconsistencies in his case are the same ones tweeting about welcome home Bill Cosby, justice have been served. Nah. How about an apology? How about you keep the same energy, and how about you apologize to that man first? Them higher ups, they know what they doing. You know how much court fees cost when you battling for your life? Then he had sponsors that dropped him People didn't want to affiliate with him, so everything he got was stripped away from him. They stopped playing his TV shows, all that. So the money stops, all for just one allegation, and that wasn't even true. So we gotta do our due diligence, y'all. And like I said, welcome home to Bill Cosby. I hope he's in his right state of mind. 3 years could be traumatic for anybody, especially a man that was just living his life, you know, trying to do the right thing. All right, and enough with the jokes and the foolishness, man. Like I said, let this man be in peace, and I hope he gets his life back on track. I hope he's able to have his shows out there on these stations again, so he could somehow generate some type of money and, you know, live an average life. Now, I don't think he's broke. I'm not gonna go and say Bill Cosby is broke. However, you know, let that man coins come in. Now, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as y'all keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. Y'all make sure y'all let me know in the comments box below, man, how y'all feel about this whole situation. I'm out.